The last time I raced at Michigan in NASCAR Heat 2, I flipped into the flag stand, and I think that's all you need to know about what to expect for this race today. So let's see where I can qualify and where I'm going to be for the best seat in the house to the biggest demolition derby the Michigan Speedway has seen since the US 500. Alright, that felt like a solid lap. It's probably going to be 32nd, but we'll see. 31st. I've exceeded my expectations, and that's really the key. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to be starting on the inside, which means there's absolutely 100% going to be a wreck at turn 1. So let's see that, but first, let's have PRN introduce us to Michigan, despite the fact that we raced in Michigan like 5 races ago.
This week, the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series races back to Michigan International Speedway for the Pure Michigan 400. Michigan is the fastest track in NASCAR, making it a fan and driver favorite alike. In 2016, another fan favorite, Kyle Larson, picked up his first ever win, opting to ride his signature high line for nearly the entire race. Can he do it again today? It's time to find out.
The Larson line. Here we go. Ready to race at Michigan. And Danica Patrick starting right in front of me. I'm going to immediately start to cheese her off by getting into the back of her and underneath Ricky Stenhouse. So maybe that was a good thing to do. Maybe it was a good thing to do as we head through turn 1. Just going to give the bottom up for now. Don't really need to worry about that. We've actually made it through the first 2 corners. I cannot believe it. Down the back straightaway is DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto may be one of the few drivers who's not a rival of mine. So he's actually racing me fairly clean right now as I drive again around the outside. Well, if Larson's not going to use this line, I certainly am. And making that move all the way around and making up another position. Hey, I'm starting to feel a little bit confident. I'm not exactly sure where this came from, but I'm not going to complain about it particularly. So I kind of lifted off just a little bit through the middle of 1 and 2. They're starting to really get antsy here in this part of the pack. Everybody's kind of spreading out 3 and 4 wide. Going to give Landon Castle a big bump draft as he tried to get right in front of me. Nowhere to go. Down the back straightaway on the outside. Going to try to pass all these boys around the outside. Can I do it? It looks like got a nice clean path out in front here. Hopefully everybody stays somewhat nice to me. They are right now.
Stay right there.
12 to go in the stage. A little bit of contact almost with McDowell and his farm. And I was going to try to go underneath Paul Menard, but that was not going to work because he was just going to not hold a line worth a diddly poo, to use a Jim Mora quote. And we're going to get 4 wide on the back straightaway because I got to make sure a rival doesn't wreck me, because I was definitely, McDowell was looking to do just that. We're 4 wide. Newman was nice to me though for now, and I almost crossed over both of them. Now I've done it in front of McDowell, or not McDowell. Well, that was McDowell's old car, but it's Landon Castle's now. And big old. Well, actually, I've got that mixed up. That is now McDowell's car, and it used to be Landon Castle's. So we're gonna go 3 wide here, trying to get around a sponsor that will never leave until Paul Menard does. And no. And we're wrecking. It's finally happened. It's finally happened, and the car is completely killed immediately. So I will be making my pit stop, and I guess we'll do that here. Everything else is fine with the car. It feels quite nice, actually. It was certainly nice on the initial start. We'll see if I can actually do anything with this restart here. Certainly was able to do some decent things on the initial start, but with halfway to go in the stage and 10 laps of fuel, you know what, I think the AI may need to pit before the end of the stage, which may put me in a pretty good position, track position wise, and may actually get me a playoff point, because those playoff points are really important, even at a racetrack like Eldora for the Truck Series, when most of the people aren't racing for playoff points because they're not full season guys, but you know, that's none of my business. Anyway, we're going to try to drive around the outside of these guys. Not quite happening well. There we go. There we go. I spoke too soon. Take about 5 positions right here and have a nice clear track on the outside to kind of pass some of these squirrels in the back. which I'm able to do right now. Elliott Sadler was going to try to hit me up on the top side of the track, didn't quite do it.
You're all clear.
Again, getting the back end just a little bit squirrely there, but we're already almost up to my qualifying position. Gotta be mean to Mr. Earnhardt here, because otherwise he was going to put me up in the outside wall. So now big run out of turn 3 and around the outside of Recky Stenhouse, and I get him now right back to where I was before, but this time I've got fresh tires and big time speed heading off into turn 1. Such big speed that I put Chris Buescher in the wall, but everything's still okay. At the moment, underneath Danica, maybe past McDowell before turn 3, which I will do, so I'll take that high line back. Thank you very much. Just breathed it just a tiny bit right there, just to keep it in the groove. Big draft again, down the main straightaway. Looking at Eric Almirola, 205 miles an hour, 207, 208, almost 210 going into turn number 1. And had to back out of it yet again. So it seems like this is about the part of the pack I seem to struggle to get past. Eric Almirola focusing on the Smithfield as I go by him. All the way out in about as far up in the groove as this game seems to model it. And we've got some pit stops, or one pit stop from, it looks like, possibly Martin Truex Jr. We'll have to check on that here in a bit. 4 to go in the stage, and I'm still not even up into the top 20 yet. There's Clint Boyer. I will give him a bump draft past the 5-hour energy sponsor that's not going to be there ever again. And diving, wow, look at that move. Right in front of A.J. Humdinger. Down the inside of David Reagan, who's in a special paint scheme. Hold the bottom, careful. Car high, just ahead. Everybody coming into the pits. No caution. No caution. That's, oh no, come on, don't bring out the yellow, don't bring out the yellow, don't bring out the yellow. I did it to myself. I did it to myself. I was going to get a stage win, and then it didn't happen. Still got 6 laps of fuel left. You know what? We're going to go for track position. Somehow Kenseth did decide to do that too. Okay, that's an interesting strategy by Kenseth, because I don't think he pitted when I did. So he's has not made a pit stop yet in this entire race, which is interesting. 15 to go, so that means that when I come into the pits, I will get 10 laps of fuel, and that will be literally just enough to make it to the end of the race. So we'll see how this goes. Chase Elliott trying to dive underneath Matt Kenseth. Jamie McFlurry's up there as well. And now here comes the pack coming back to me as I scrape across the wall. That was bad because I was driving in my mirrors, not driving out in front of my car. And now Elliott going to look to the inside. I'm going to try to hold him off here, driving on this outside lane, which the game told me, or at least PRN told me, was going to be the way to go. But right now it's not quite working out that way. Side by side with Chase Elliott as the crowd goes crazy as we have 14 laps to go on the stage. To the outside of Chase Elliott, down into turn 1, and we'll take over the lead for now. Not quite holding it on the bottom. Elliott looking. Bump draft from Elliott. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Now give me a nice run into turn 3. Let's see if I can actually use it this time as I lift ever so slightly through turn 3 and actually put a pretty decent gap between myself and Elliott. Kurt Busch is the driver on the move. He's really moved up to the field. He's all the way up to 4th and challenging for 3rd right now. Yeah, for sure, that was my fastest lap of the race by a long way. And now I'm definitely holding station ahead of Elliott. Again, I'm going to have to be coming into the pits here in 3 laps. So that'll put me at lap 6 of the stage. And once I come in, it'll be 10 laps of fuel. Like I said, going to be pretty much perfect strategy to get the stage win. But I'm not sure it's good strategy for the rest of the race. we'll have to see how all this works out and plays out coming down to the stretch. 12 to go in the stage. Got the lead. Actually running somewhat decent here. I did kind of slide the car a little bit and won there. That might allow McFlurry to gain a little bit of ground back as the lead has kind of fluctuated between 3/10 and half a second. And now it's down to 1/10 as McFlurry is all over the back of me. I'll chop down in front of him, at least for now. He gave me a big old shove right there. One lap of fuel remaining. I got bumped out of the way. Bump and run for McFlurry. Into the lead he goes before I even get into the pits. Hopefully I don't run out. I'm probably going to run out. Watch my luck, I'm going to run out. Either that or I'm going to get run over by Chase here. Have to see how this goes. Actually, I'm gaining on McFlurry, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to dive down. Oh my God, I knew that was almost going to happen.
Slow down.
All right, 2 tires, 2 kinds of fuel, waiting for this crew. Probably gonna lose a lap, I would guess. I'm surprised I actually got in the pits, all things considered. Pit crew looks like they're running in slow motion, and we're finally out of the pits in 12 seconds. If they're gonna go that slow, might as well have done 4, and yeah, we lose a lap. That's going to be damage limited. Whoa, that was a bit of a cheeky move there to move right in front of everybody as Stenhouse shows his disappreciation with that move. Put an 88 in that word somewhere and then it becomes real. As Blaney gives me a big shove, gets me up to speed. I don't think it was a friendly shove by any stretch of the imagination, probably a lap car get out of my way shove, but regardless. Give Almirola a big shove. Oh, that's such a big bump draft, I almost turned him. Here we go, 3 wide on the outside. We're tandeming at Michigan. And now I've put him outside the groove, and, well, you weren't going fast enough. I'm sorry, I have fresh tires. I got to get going. Kyle Busch. Nope. Casey Coney got in front of me, and we're going to give, well, no, I probably shouldn't cut Busher off. I already put him in the wall once today. Probably wouldn't be a good idea to do it twice. As this big pack is really not particularly the nicest place to be in the entire world. Oh my God, 4 wide. Wall glitch. I found one, they're not all gone. Danica, why you do this? Why you do this, Danica? Drive all the way around the outside, still got nowhere to go, so I'll slice down the inside, still nowhere to go. Down the back straightaway, diving underneath Casey Kane. Still not quite got a leg to stand on right. I got it. It's all good. No, it's not.
Watch for debris.
That's so annoying. I think I'll still get the lucky dog if I pit, and even if I don't, I don't care. Oh, I gotta repair it. Repair it, David. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, got the lucky dog. It's all good. It's all good. That was gonna be an awesome strategy, but it didn't work out because I tried to use the inside. The inside only works when you're in the front. Outside of that, you're toast. Absolute toast. Okay, 3 to go. And I've got to just try to make up as many positions as possible before the end of the stage. Because otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble on the start of the next stage. Nowhere to go. Cody Ware kind of holding that top down a little bit. We're going to, nowhere to go. All right, Larson line time. Larson, well, it's still not working, so we'll get the big draft here. Thankfully, turn 4 has been kind to me today in terms of actual driving, which looks like it is right now. 2 to go. Outside. Just a little bit of a lift in the center. Car pushing up the track just a little bit. Just holding on to the throttle pedal as much as I can. And by throttle pedal, I mean throttle trigger. Danica, thanks for wrecking me as a lap down car. Appreciate it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I think I didn't wreck right before the yellow. So maybe the car is undamaged. 1 second of repairs. Well, I'll be starting at the back anyway. Well, no. We're not going to pit. Not going to pit. I've got enough positions here that going into the pits would only be bad things. I think I can actually... Well, this is exactly where I started on the initial start, so I know I can get up through the field decently from this position. Joy is trying to put me up in the outside wall on the restart. Everybody's going to drive underneath me or through turn 2. But out of the corner, I'm much faster because I'm using that outside lane, that momentum lane. Give Cole Witt a big bump draft as I'm going to run right out at the top of the racetrack. Car is able to stick up there for now. Another big run here, probably going to be Stenhouse and Larson. Big run. 19 to go in the race. Stenhouse cuts Larson off. Not a real shocker that it's Stenhouse making those kind of moves, but here we go, around the outside. Jimmy the Juggernaut is in a different paint scheme, it looks like. Jimmy Johnson Foundation or something along those lines. Is Logano's none too pleased. Hard on the throttle as Jimmy gets blocked by Trevor Bayne. Still can't quite get anywhere in the field. Oh, I almost rode the Bayne train right in the wall right there. Gotta be careful. 18 to go. This could work out strategy-wise too for me. We gotta try to keep the race green as best we can. Look at this. All the Toyotas in trouble. They're all in trouble. They're all falling back. Why, I have no idea. But Kyle Busch seemed to be one of the principal causes of whatever just happened there. So now, again, all the way on the outside. Look at all these skid marks down here from all the crashing that's happened in this corner. Big run, big run on Casey Kane right here. Can I get him? Can I get him? No, he's actually pulling me down the straightaway. Very interesting. All the way around the outside. Kane had to bail out of it. Kane is driving fairly erratically. And contact with Jimmy Johnson all the way down the back straightaway. He's trying to put me up in the wall. I'm going to try not to. A little bit of Hendrick rivalry going on right there.
Clear down low.
Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate it. I will not hashtag Team JJF be anytime soon. A little bit of contact with Kyle Busch. A little bit more contact with Kyle Busch.
Hold your line. Clear up top.
And through 1 and 2, just a tiny lift right there in the center. And it looks like it's going to give me a decent run down here, but nowhere to go because Jimmy's going to get in front of me. So we're going to give a huge push down into turn number 3 on the outside. It almost looked like some cars were indicating that they were going to come into the pits this time around. Is that going to be the case? No, they were just running slow off of turn 2. Low and slow off of turn 2. 15 to go. Fuel is for 4 laps. So maybe a bit close on the fuel mileage game toward the end of this one as I give Jimmy a big shove. Casey Kane shoves or boxes out Eric Jones. And so we'll run in behind Casey Kane or whoever is running faster right now. Looks like Jimmy's going to get slowed down on the outside by Kane. And then I got into Jimmy, and he's going around. He gets into the outside wall. Jimmy in the outside wall. That's going to bring out the yellow. That's going to make us come into the pits. and I'm not sure what the heck that's going to do to the strategy of this race, but we're going to roll off 17th, unfortunately, on the inside. And here we go again.
Green. All right.
Got the bully Eric Jones, which he actually was bullied there. And, okay, so it will be a splash and dash race. Going to be a splash and dash race right now. Assuming there's no more cautions, which I almost caused one right there by getting into David Reagan too hard. Does Senpai love me still? It appears to, so Senpai Larson still on my side. And on the outside, well, I tried to use Senpai's line, and it did not work. Did not work. Ran a little too high. Gonna be coming to 11 laps to go this time, though. As we cross the line. 11 laps remaining
Still there.
in the pure Michigan 400. Big run on the outside. I'm definitely doing the Ken Squire thing right now. But 3 wide on the outside. Busher, a little bit of contact, a little bit of ping pong action going on here. The fun NASCAR Heat 2 physics, or NASCAR Heat physics, just in general.
Stay right there.
The driver on the outside going to sneak in front of Busher. And in fact, both of the JTG Darty cars. Big run on McDowell. Old McDowell had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and I pass him. Kind of 8 laps remaining on the fuel. So really, I'm just going to need a half tank of fuel to finish this race. Big run into turn 1. Barely had to lift. Just the tiniest lift
Stay high. Still
in the
there.
center to get it through there. Seems like the car is really good in traffic as I give Harvick a little bit of a shove, and Boyer trying to shove me up into the outside wall.
Hold your line.
Give Chase a big shot for Chase. In the wall goes Chase, not being a good teammate right now, and yellow out again for the second time, me killing a Hendrick car. I'm sure I'm doing all sorts of good for team morale. No tires, half a can of fuel, no repairs, and we're just going to go for track position here, which track position didn't change at all. So everybody did the same thing. Nobody ever takes tires on that last pit stop.
Almost ready.
And that was proved
Nice
once
move
again right
here.
here. So,
Green.
back to
Green
racing.
flag. Green flag. Carlos.
10 positions to gain, 6 laps to do it.
Carlos.
That was very close with Michael McDowell right there. Lost a little bit of time.
Are underneath.
Chase, I wonder why Chase is hitting me. I couldn't possibly imagine why. Down the back straightaway. Got a really nice run here. Going to be well over 200 going in. On the outside. There's Chase. He's right down there, so I can't. I was going to slice to the inside, but Chase was there. Going to hold me off for now.
5 laps to go.
200.
Steady.
206 into turn 1. Just to breathe on the throttle. Car working up the track a little bit. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. There's still nowhere to go. Everybody's right. Ah! What a save. What a save. That was interesting. That was interesting. Yeah, that's the word for that one. That is the word for that one. Well, it's going to be a green-white checker. Even if it's not really technically a green-white checker. It's close enough.
Green flag. Green flag.
And we're underway. And Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch already upset with me.
Car up top.
Can't imagine why he's upset with me.
You're all clear.
Well, he got what was coming to him. Oh no, Ty Dillon. Oh, everybody's. We said. Oh,
Back her down.
I saved it again. This is the now we're in NASCAR overtime. All right, NASCAR overtime presented by the Overton's Company, and we're going to try to somehow salvage this one. I think I need to be in the top 15 for the incentive contract, so I need to make 15 spots here in 2 laps. with aerodynamics that are not so aerodynamic anymore. We'll see how this goes. Green is out. A little bit of a bump and run from LaJoy already. Randy LaJoy spinning, hitting the wall. Randy LaJoy.
Stay high. Stay
Out
right
of
there.
Pebble Beach, California, or whatever he says. Everybody knows that because everybody watches the wreck videos. Bye, Corey. Corey, in the hat or in the wall. It's a party every week, baby. Uh-oh. Well, we're around again, and I'm going to blow over.
Just one more lap
Nope.
to go.
And we're not going to get a yellow flag for this either, are we? Oh, yeah, we will, and it'll end the race. Well, that was the that was a pure bleep show 400. Hope you enjoyed that one. Well, yeah, that was a bad. Oh, Ryan Newman won, so well, I guess there was something salvaged that day. As you see, the rest of the field, DiBenedetto and Earnhardt were nice to do 32 and 33 in order there. Money doesn't matter. Let's actually skip it. And then to the points, Jimmy the Juggernaut has moved up into second place in the point standings, but he's only got 14 playoff points, so that means he's completely irrelevant in the chase. It doesn't matter. No, not really. Okay, let's head back and get trash talk on social media real quick and see what other banked half-mile or 1.5-mile track we're going to next. And I know Michigan's a 2-mile track. You don't have to type that comment. So that incentive contract's not happening, so we still don't have an incentive contract to get. Wonderful. On to Saturday, probably going to be a night race, and indeed, whoa! I said half-mile track. I freaking predicted it. I had forgotten that Bristol was behind Michigan. I said half-mile track. I got it right. So that's a good sign. I know I'm fast at Bristol. Bristol's always a fun race because there's always like lap traffic and well, the rivals will make Bristol interesting, but Bristol's always kind of that way. So hope to see you at the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Should be a fun one, and we'll see you in that race.